We all love the paranormal. Mix it with a regular hyped action and you've got shows that you can binge watch even without the popcorn. Anime has a unique way of creating great action supernatural stories, whether it's because of the cool power systems, the well-built mystery, or sometimes just the wordplay alone creates a show worth watching. As usual, we plan on bringing more videos in the future, so don't forget to stay tuned by hitting the subscribe button along with the bell notification icon. So, what exactly are the best 15 action supernatural anime out there? Let's find out. Number 15. K.
Hey, how you doing? It's a nice night out, isn't it?
Let's kickstart the list with a supernatural high school drama. K happens in the technologically advanced Shizume City. Yashiro Isana is a boy who wants to live a simple, ordinary high school life. But before long, he gets dragged into the murder of Tatara Tetsuka. Tatara was a member of the powerful Homura gang, and now Yashiro should survive from the gang's wrath while trying to find who the real killer is. At first glance, Yashiro may be a normal boy with a lot of friends, but soon, the anime starts revealing shady quirks that make us think whether he was the actual person who murdered Tatara. K has its mystery and action mixed in with its supernatural elements that can make you definitely binge watch its 13 episodes. Number 14. Hellsing Ultimate. Vampires come bundled with the word supernaturalism. After all, what's more mysterious than creatures who are immortal and suck blood? Hellsing is an organization that is dedicated to stopping evil entities such as vampires, and the organization has a great tool in their possession called Alucard. Alucard is, if you notice, Dracula spelled backward, and is currently the most powerful vampire up to date. The anime shows his conflicts with various opposing factions in the world, and the duels with his archenemy, Alexander Anderson. At times, Hellsing Ultimate may feel like a loosely tied gorefest, but the anime knows how to weave its supernatural elements along with its bloody action to deliver an action-packed anime that not only has fighting vampires, but thrown off body parts and limbs as well. Number 13. Angel Beats. These angels are different from the ones you see in fairy tales. The anime starts off by showing a boy named Otonosahi who wakes up in the afterlife. He's officially dead, but a mysterious girl with a rifle soon comes to meet him. Calling herself Yuri, she explains to him that they're in a fight against God and his henchwoman, who is the student body president called Angel. Angel Beats is a great blend of mythical supernaturalism and action. On one side, you've got a mystery that is slowly being revealed, and on the other side, you've got mysterious entities that are slowly revealing their power. Trust me on this one, an angelic end is the last thing this anime would give to you. Number 12. Heibai Wushang.
那我也认真了哟。
If the name isn't anime-like, then that's because this show actually springs from a Chinese background. Heibai Wushang tells the story of two young demons who work at an organization that balances the worlds of the living and the dead by killing humans. Apart from having a unique premise and setting, Heibai Wushang also features some great action and battle scenes. It is one of those underrated anime that passed under everyone's radar and plays the demons versus humans really well. Not only do you get the regular good versus evil and moral play, but you also get a charismatic duo that can grip your attention whenever they're on screen. It's an anime that can keep you hooked through its 12 episodes. Number 11. Baccano. If you want the mystery to triumph the action and supernaturalism, then you've got Baccano. Instead of following a linear sequence of events, you've got plot threads starting in different directions and eventually weaving together to reveal a much larger mystery. You've got everything related to a supernatural action anime, including alchemy, survival, and immortality. It starts in the early 1930s in a transcontinental train, but soon the mysterious events and murders lead to several other characters and events, including the activities of an ambitious scientist, Szilard, and the war between mafia gangs. You may think the complex plot would play for the anime's disadvantage, but in truth, it is what makes the anime more suspenseful and unique among the list of other action and supernatural shows. Number 10. Mirai Nikki.
まさかもう一人の二期所有者殺される
At first, the ability to see the future may seem like a good thing, but when pulled into a death game, you start to have second thoughts about your power. Pair it up with a crazy girlfriend, and then you start regretting even receiving the power in the first place. Future Diary is about a boy named Yukiteru Amano who is forced into a battle royale with 12 other opponents. Each of them gets a diary which has its own power. The one Yuki gets is the Future Diary, a diary that can predict any event that is happening in the future. This show combines psychological elements with its mystery, and adding that to a death game means you get some extra suspense and action along the way as well. Number 9. Seraph of the End.
あれそれ僕の銃じゃない
If you thought Hellsing was the only show I had under the vampire category, then you're clearly wrong. Seraph of the End is Hellsing with more vampires happening in a dystopian future. I know you've heard it before, but it happens when a human-made virus kills most of the populace and awakens them back as vampires. Surprisingly, children at the age of 13 are left untouched, and one of the children named Yuichiro Hyakuya joins the fight against these vampires to save his friend Michaela Yakuya. If you've watched Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress, replace the zombie-infested slugfest with vampires, and you've got Seraph of the End. It delivers some superb action and has mysteries of the world running in its background. Number 8. Fate Series. I don't want to point my finger at just one anime, so that is the reason why I included the whole franchise. Fate Series is based on the visual novel of the same name and deals with the Fifth Holy Grail War. Masters summon servants in order to fight and win a grail that can grant any dream you want. The protagonist here is Shiru Emiya, who summons Saber, which is the female version of a reincarnated King Arthur with a hungry stomach. The franchise has 3 main anime series, Unlimited Blade Works and Heaven's Feel, adapted by Ufotable. The new series has some great visuals and fight scenes, and apart from the supernatural aspects of the show, you also get some great character development within each character. Plus, you'll learn some cool history lessons as well, and what's bad about that? Number 7. Charlotte. Charlotte is a supernatural anime done right, and instead of the naive protagonist, we've got a second Lelouch in the place of the main character. It follows Yu Otosaka, who has received a special power that allows him to possess another person for 5 seconds. He uses this power to possess others and cheat on his exams, but soon, he's caught by Naotomori, another girl who has a power, and forces Yu to transfer into her school. Then it follows their supernatural adventures as they encounter various people and help them recover from their abilities. It has a few emotionally weighing episodes, but it does end in a good note. It also knows how to handle its power system and powers really well. And besides all of that, you've got the supernatural mystery drama going on as well. Number 6. Durarara. Spawned from a light novel, turned to a manga, and now into an anime, Durarara is one of those great supernatural action shows that you'll definitely binge watch. Here we have Mikado Ryogamine, who moves to Ikebukuro to attend Raira Academy with his best friend. But he soon learns the city is not what it seems. There are mysterious people with powers, as well as gangs who are dangerous. Similar to Baccano, Durarara follows several events that lead to a single event that decides the fate of all characters. But don't just watch it for the well-crafted mystery, because along with all those suspenseful moments, you get some cool action scenes as well. Number 5. Darker Than Black. Here we have another anime that has mystery over its supernaturalism in action. Hell's Gate appears in Japan, giving anyone who lives within the walls powers beyond normal humans. Among these humans are contractors, people who have exchanged their humanity for power and now work with organizations. We follow a contractor named Hei, who is aliased as the Black Reaper and brings rotten luck to anyone he meets. Behind the subtle mystery and action of Darker Than Black is a war between organizations with business and political struggles. Even though the anime might be a little difficult to get into, trust me, you'll be surprised by what it has in store for you. Number 4. Jujutsu Kaisen.
今の君はどっちなのかな?
It was released this season, and by the number of episodes released and the reception, I can say it's doing well in the supernatural niche of anime. It is about Yuji Itadori, an unnaturally talented boy living with his grandfather. Even though he has an innate talent for sports, he joins the occult club so he can enjoy his free time. But things change as he meets a sorcerer named Megumi Fushiguro, who warns about a cursed talisman he possesses. But this talisman seems to be a bigger challenge than it seemed, and to protect his friends, Yuji swallows it. Now, with a host of Sukuna released from this talisman residing within him, Yuji becomes a target of many sorcerers as everyone tries to exorcise him. You've got suspense, action, and behind all that, a supernatural detective show that can definitely keep you hooked. Number 3. Noragami. What else do you need from a supernatural show other than having a god as the main character? Even if it means the god doesn't have his own shrine. The story begins when Hiyori Iki learns that her soul leaves her body after an accident. Here she discovers the existence of parallel worlds named as the Near Shore and Far Shore, where human souls and demons reside. Now, she teams up with a god named Yato, who is a nameless god without his own shrine. They are soon joined by Yukine, a boy who can transform into a weapon, and the anime follows the trio's adventures. Noragami is a fun comedy supernatural anime that also has its rather emotional and dark moments as well. Number 2. Monogatari series. If you know Japanese, you know Monogatari is a Japanese translation of the word story. And Monogatari is indeed a story that is only narrated through words with little to no action. And that doesn't mean it's bad, because if it was, it wouldn't get the second spot on our list. The anime revolves around Koyomi Araragi, who gets involved with the various girls around him on solving their problems. His first interaction is with Hitagi Senjugahara, who soon becomes his girlfriend. Other girls then approach him with their own problems, and Araragi tries his best to solve their problems with the help of a man named Meme Oshino. As I mentioned before, Monogatari uses heavy wordplay and satire to take the story forward. It does have some nice visuals by Studio Shaft, but even if you go for the visuals, you'll stay for the story. Number 1. Mob Psycho 100.
ごめん、聞いてなかった。
And topping off our list, we have the short little brother of One Punch Man, Mob Psycho. It follows Shigeo Kageyama, an ordinary high school boy who is monotonous and lacks a sense of presence. But in truth, he is a powerful esper that can make Saitama's jaw drop. Shigeo views his power as a burden rather than an asset, and always lives under emotional pressure about controlling his power. Mob Psycho may not have a huge mystery looming around its seasons, but it is a heart-feeling supernatural action drama that can make you laugh from its comedy and smash your fists with its action. Among all the action supernatural shows, this show definitely deserves the #1 spot on our list. So, did you catch some good supernatural shows to watch? If you feel like we missed your favorite show, don't hesitate to mention it down below in the comment section. And if you enjoyed our video, drop a like and show me your support. Also, make sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't joined us yet and want to see more awesome content like this. With that said, I'll see you in the next video, anime fans.